Hello and welcome to part 3 of recommissioning your caravan after the winter layup. Between part 2 and part 3 the caravan was serviced and we found a little problem. So let's get on with the video and find out what it was all about. Whilst the van was in for service, it was found that this plate here had sheared off in the mechanism on the toilet. That's the piece that you see when you look through your toilet into the holding tank, and it's actually this piece here which you can see moves in and closes up the toilet. Thus it's snapped off in the middle, so we needed to do a repair. The repair gave us two choices. A refresher kit from Thetford, which includes this, and a new toilet seat, which was £104 and a few pennies, or this kit which replaces the mechanism that goes on the top of the tank, and that was £44.85. Removing the cover was proving extremely difficult. It had a piece of wood that would fit in between here and here, and that wouldn't shift it, and previously to that, using the sliding cover, this piece as a lever, had resulted in snapping this piece here, this little recess, and it had gone on the other side. Now, knowing that I needed to replace the whole mechanism, I resorted to a piece of 2B1 and a couple of screws drilled through the 2B1 into the tank, both sides, and made myself a lever there. And even then it was still quite stiff to get it off. It's been there a long time. It's 12 years of use, so it was firmly stuck. So now we can remove this, give the cassette a thorough cleaning, and then we can install the new one. Now, the inside of the cassette was pretty grotty, to say the least, despite the fact that it's washed out every time it's emptied, and it's kept with some of the blue fluid in it at all times. It had this thin film of muck coating the inside. I had used a proprietary cleaner last year to remove this this marking, and to be honest, it didn't have any effect whatsoever. I filled the cassette to the brim with a strong solution of flash, and I left that for 2 to 3 days, and really that didn't have much effect on it either. So I had to get the big guns out. I used this stuff here, Sif Perfect Finish. I did it outside. It is a really strong cleaner, and I recommend that you read the instructions on the back before you use it. But I just swilled out the cassette, sprayed that liberally inside, left it for 20 minutes, then came out and hosed it off, and the results speak for themselves. A nice, clean, fresh toilet cassette. That's the operating mechanism fitted to the cassette, and as you can see here, it's at the open position. This allows it to sink down and sit, and then it's simply a question of turning the whole top of the mechanism clockwise until this arrow here reaches the closed circle there. Now, I made a few mistakes whilst doing this repair, and my first and biggest mistake was using this dude here as a lever, where you can take it out, turn it round, and use it as a lever to turn it clockwise. Now, this was far stiffer, the mechanism to remove, than I anticipated. So when I had it here and I'm pushing, twisting motion to open it, you got no indication that this was going to break, and it snapped there and there, as you saw it earlier in the video. Should you need to do any work on your toilet cassette that's going to involve the removal of the mechanism, then don't use this. Don't even consider using this. Go straight ahead and make yourself a little jig. Now this is 87mm across from here to here. Now that's a snug fit between that rail and that rail, and you will need to tap it through to get it into position. Then you can use it to twist it to open the cassette, and I found it invaluable to close it because the seal's new and it needs to be pressed down to engage the lugs for them to slide under. Using the piece of wood allowed me to put downward pressure and twist at the same time, and it was very, very easy. So there we are. I hope the video has been of use to you, and if you like what we do at CCC, please like and subscribe and press the little bell so that you know when we've loaded up a new video. And thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.